Hi there. I'm Nu-Trix, and today we're looking at two, I would say, oddballs synthesizer. I did not know that these existed at all. These are a recreation by Cherry Audio of older, early days, I would say, a little transition between organ and the beginning of synthesis. And they have an interesting way to do it, but still have the logic of adding kind of bars in a way, but in a totally different layout. And you can understand that when you look at it and when you hear it, it's kind of the beginning of looking at how synthesis works. We're talking about the Solovox, which was an add on to a piano. It was a smaller piece with mini keys. It actually run with 18 vacuum tubes in it. And the logic is that you have fixed filters and you pass the original signal into the filters. So you can have the full sound, the original signal, which is mostly like, I would say, an organ sound. And you have all of these filters you can bring in and out. So if you take out the full original sound and just bring the filters, you're really just bringing bends of frequencies. So you can really say, I just want the low, I just want the middle, I just want the high end, or a mix of all of this. So it's a different way of approaching synthesis in a subtractive synthesis because it's not subtractive. It's more like additive that you see in organ. You just bring in, frequencies and harmonics as you go along to create the sound you want. So it's that logic. Of course, it sounds more like an organ, but it has the early days of string sounds, fake electronic string sounds, and more percussive sound. There's two of them. There's the Novachord and there's the Solovox. The Solovox is monophonic, made to do solos, either bass lines or solos to play on top. And the Novachord is a polyphonic synthesizer. 163 vacuum tubes in it, so massively using vacuum tubes. It's part of the sound. Well, just listen to it. Novachord is this one here. You have these different choices of off to three. Basically, it's a volume of each of these section of frequencies that you work with. Let's say we bring it down to off. Okay, for all of them. So what you have the full tone, which is the original. That's the volume of the waveform that you play, the original full frequency oscillator if you want. Then you have a volume control leveler, soft bass and strong bass. You bring that up. So when you go up, you have less of the high frequencies. So it's really just a balance of the volume for more bass or a strong bass. If you put it in the middle, if you go to the, see this one, the bass is lower, this was higher. So let's put it in the middle. It's more like, then you have the attack, slow attack, fast attack. Okay, so that's classic stuff, but it's a weird way to look at it. But you don't have control over sustain. You don't have control over release. So it's really just when you go slow, then the volume itself is how loud the instrument is. Very simple. Vibrato, none of it. You see, there's sustain as you bring the attack up. Sustain comes in also. So it's kind of a global control over the envelope. No vibrato. With vibrato. We go, I don't hear anything. That's it. I think the vibrato, well, there's a control here for small, normal, and large. Then you get a reverb. The original one did not have a reverb, but it was played in a speaker in the room. So by default, it always had a room to play in. So they have room, off, or hall. It sounds pretty cool if it's the type of sound you want. But then it becomes interesting as you play this. Let's bring that to 0 with no vibrato. Bring the full tone down. So then you can actually have it bright or mellow. Kind of dull out the high frequencies. Let's go into keys. We have fast attack. I'm actually pretty surprised of the variety of sound you can create with just this layout. So it's quite easy to create these older type of sounding. Of course, it's that design. Let's go with pads like this one here. It's a very nice, warm sound. I like it. I'm quite surprised on the sound it can create. Now, the next one we'll try Solovox. Here we go. Let's say we try this one. So this one is a smaller, but it's still the same logic. I mean, the full tone is this one. So this is, let's say we bring everything down. With the full tone, you hear the original sound. And then you have controls over bass, alto, soprano. So if you bring this one down, then you can control just the bass, just the first voice, second voice, high end, and these. Then you have control over the release now. Or slow attack. Again, you can just cut stuff here. You can add the vibrato. And you can have a glide. And again, you can have some reverb if you want. Do massive bass. That's the reverb for that. And shorter bass. So that's it. That's the Solovox and the NovaChord from Cherry Audio. These are devices that I never knew about the original ones. You know, it's part of the organ world just when it started to move towards the synthesizer kind of era. It's interesting. And I personally find the Solovox very usable. I think I'm going to go and use it, especially to cut into some of the leads because it has that little, very pure and easy to pop out in the song in a way. And the basses are really interesting for the Solovox. Well, the other one also is interesting, but in my case, I find that the Solovox fits what I do. So it's probably going to be something I'm going to go fetch and put in some of the songs that I'm working on. That's it. So I hope this is actually useful. And if you have any questions, put them below. And if you like what I'm doing, thumb up and follow the YouTube channel. And keep in mind that I'll also do other things online. So there's links somewhere around here to see if you want to follow me on the other online platform. That's it. Stay safe, make more music, and see you soon. Cheers.